What's the hardest part about growing a fencing company or a construction company? Because like in my mind, right, if I understand, construction enough, is that you guys have to buy all the material, dump all the money back in to do the next project.
Yeah.
Is that the biggest hurdle? Like, what are the biggest hurdles?
I mean, to scale a service-based business, and similar for you, you've got to scale people. So
Yes.
scaling people is always a challenge. You've got to have, you've got to study leadership and study people.
Yep.
So I would say that's most trade businesses' biggest challenge. But cash, absolutely, huge challenge. Construction is notoriously a low-margin industry. It's got very average payment terms, and people pay late all the time. So we've got to pay our staff weekly,
Yep.
And we're not getting paid for 60 days in our projects. So as we grow our business and we take on more revenue, we have to pay all the staff to do that work before we actually get paid for that. So cash actually gets tighter as we grow. So it's very, very hard to do. And then you've obviously got people who are paying you late, and then all of the taxes that we're getting hit with. I'd say cash flow, you've really got to understand cash flow in construction because, payment terms are not great.
Is that why you focus so much on cash flow and financials in your content?
Yeah, definitely. It's the lifeblood of construction. And, people will look at the profit and loss. And for some businesses, right, like if you're getting paid up front for your service, a lot of the time your profit and loss, whatever that shows at the end of the month, that's probably pretty similar to what your cash movement was. Like if you made $100,000, you probably gained $100,000 in cash. But for a construction business or debt-heavy businesses and people with long payment terms, your profit and loss has nothing to do with your cash flow. Like it does. It obviously influences it. But there's so many items that are moving on your balance sheet that are affecting the cash that's coming in out of your business on a monthly basis.
I'm going to assume like bad debt is going to be a big portion of it, right?
Yeah, bad debt's in there. And we're like fortunate enough now that like we've got good processes so we avoid that happening.
What's your tip on getting bad debt?
We had trade credit insurance for quite a while, which is basically insurance for bad debt.
Oh, okay.
We never had to use it because part of having that insurance is every time we took on a new client, we had to make an application to the insurer and they would do a credit review on them, and they would do that credit review every single month. And so they were getting the heads up if this client's, starting to pay late, they would say to us, we're going to reduce your level of cover on that builder as of this date. If you want to continue working for them after that, that's up to you. So every time that happened, we just stopped working for the builder or said we had to get paid up front. And every single time they told us that, which is 4 times, that builder ended up going bust. So having that trade credit insurance and having the notification from the insurer around their credit defaults saved us from working for builders who were going under. Now we've actually moved away from trade credit insurance and we've brought that service in-house, not the insurance portion, but the tracking the credit. So now we're partnering with Creditor Watch, and part of our finance team is there reviewing the credit files of all of our clients at all times. So we brought that in-house now because we never actually had to make a claim on the insurance. The insurance premiums are actually quite exy.
How much? Sorry.
It was a percentage of revenue, and I think it was might have been 1% of revenue or something like that. So it's quite a lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so, for a while it was good, peace of mind.
Yeah.
I could sleep at night knowing, okay, if a client went under, we're going to get paid for it. And it's not the full payment. It's 90% or something. So
That's still good. It's better than zero.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So, but then we've never made a claim, and we realized the only reason we're not making claims is because they're giving us, warnings on their credit files. So why don't we just bring that service in-house and then get rid of these premiums? So I don't know, we've only just started doing that in the last 12 months. So who knows, it might come to bite us, but but that's how we sort of stay proactive with it. We do that onshore in Australia because our team's got the capacity for it. But to be honest, you could have that done offshore. You could probably get AI to automate that process and notify you every time that someone moves from a category B to a category C or something in their credit file.
Oh, pro tip. Wow. I actually, luckily I don't have a bad debt issue. So I never had to, investigate and research into this stuff like that at all.
Yeah. I mean, we've had builders go bust on us before in the early days when we weren't making any money. So I'd said we lost $200,000 in the first year. Then we made $200,000 back the next 12 to 18 months and felt like we were, heading in the right direction. And then a builder we were working for went bust and they owed us $100,000. So then we had to add $100,000 of bad debt back onto the books and we went back being negative again. So it took us a while to get out of that hole. And, we made a lot of mistakes back then, this builder missed a payment. We kept doing work for them. They promised they were going to pay, then they missed the next payment, and we needed work at the time, so we just kept going. And then, of course, they missed the third payment, and then they ghosted us because they went into liquidation. Administrators took over the business, and then they had $300,000 of assets that were going to be liquidated, and they owed the ATO $11 million. So the ATO would have got $300K, and then
The lawyers could have got $300K.
yeah, the lawyers would have got that $300K.
The ATO got nothing. You guys got nothing as well.
I thought it was wild that the ATO allowed them to rack up an $11 million debt.
I want to rack up an $11 million debt.
I know. But the owner had like changed all the bank accounts so the ATO couldn't garnish him, and then he moved overseas. I can't remember where he was based at. He was based out of Taiwan or something, and he when the business was going under, he packed up his family and went back to Taiwan, and crazy.
Jesus.
So
that's crazy story.
That sucked, and I could sit here and blame him, and it sucks, but at the end of the day...
It's always your fault. It's always your own fault.
Yeah.
You didn't do due diligence.
Yeah, and there's plenty of red flags, and we just kept doing work. Like, it was so silly. Like, of course it happened. Like,
I don't know. What can you do? Like, I think we like our species or like business owners, we learn from our mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it didn't happen again.
No, never happen again, right? So like I see it myself as a professional failure. So like I just keep on failing.
Yeah.
Like my like the stuff that we're doing, I just keep on failing until it doesn't fail anymore. And then chances are that end product is actually pretty damn good.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I almost don't look at it as failing anymore. It's just like part of the process. And I get excited now. It sounds crazy, right? But like when we have challenges in the business, because we've gone through so much shit before, every time we've come out the other side better and stronger for it, something comes up in the business that's like, it seems catastrophic. Like I have a sense of excitement now because I know we're going to make it through it. And I know whatever's on the other side is even better than before.
It is. And
it sounds crazy, but like, you know it as well. Like running a business, you just go through like so much crap.
Correct.
And you make it out the other side most of the time, as long as you're someone who's willing to look inwards and do the work. And so now, it is exciting. Like,
I think we've gone full circles. Like all the complaints about, stress and anxiety now, wait until you actually run a bloody business.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And then it's like, a million times bigger.
Yeah. Yeah. Matt and I, my business partner, were talking about this. Like, and I think we're so used to it now, like that stress and that thinking.
Nothing phases us. Well, what's your sleep pattern?
I mean, I've got a young daughter now, so like sleep's pretty broken. But I try and get pretty good sleep, and I actually meditate every day now.
Okay.
And that's not something I've always done. But at one point in the business, the stress was really getting to me, and I went to a leadership coach, and he got me onto meditation, and it's really, really helped me like think clearly and not, panic about some of those problems that are in the business.
Right.
It's really interesting, right? Because like going to Forbes Club and talking to the other business owners there and being amongst like-minded people, you realize, like once a year, I think I stress like the business is going under. Like we've fucked it all up. We've risked it too far this time, and we're going under. And that's just so common amongst all other business owners. Like you look at other businesses and you're like, oh, the trajectory just looks like that. You've got it all together. And, looking at the past, it all makes sense. But when you're in there in the moment, every business owner goes through those struggles and those fears where you're like, we're fucked. What are we going to do?
Like your key man leaves, as in like your manager leaves. That's a fucking massive stress. I think I lost like 4 nights of sleep when that happened.
Yeah.
Cash flow is probably like, the next thing. Like, oh my God, like how am I going to meet the next cash flow, next payroll? That's a challenge.
Yeah, for sure.
At the start.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's okay. Like chances are you have a small pile of cash,
exactly.
like, saved up. You should.
Yeah, coming by cash becomes easier and easier as you grow and build a better business, I suppose. But totally agree. I mean, like cash flow is still a stress for us because we're pushing the envelope so hard for growth that like, we're growing our revenue by 50% year on year. So like the threats to the business become bigger.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
So like, last year we did 20 mil revenue. This year we're going to do 30. That's, to us, it's like 50% growth is just what we've always done. But that's a lot of growth. We're bringing on $10 million worth of new work. And so the risks bringing on another $10 million worth of work are higher as well. And so, it feels like we're never ahead, but like we fucking love it. And it's just part of the game now. So like even now, even though we've been around for so long, cash is still a stress. I would say it's probably once a year for about a month, I freak out about cash and I think, we fucked it up. We pushed it too far this year. And then the other 11 months, we're fine.